A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that has sent ripples through the education sector and beyond, the Trump administration announced on Tuesday that it will be cutting an additional $450 million in grants to Harvard University. This comes on the heels of a staggering $2.2 billion already frozen just last week, raising questions about the administration's priorities and its impact on higher education funding. The decision, which affects 8 federal agencies, is part of a broader strategy that has been increasingly scrutinized by both political opponents and educational leaders. Critics argue that these cuts are politically motivated and could jeopardize vital research and educational programs at one of the nation's premier institutions. The implications of this funding cut are far-reaching. Harvard, known for its extensive contributions to research and education, relies heavily on federal grants to support various programs, including those that focus on public health, science, and technology. Experts warn that such drastic cuts could stifle innovation and hinder progress in critical areas that benefit not only students but also the broader community. Harvard President Lawrence Bacow expressed deep concern over the cuts, emphasizing the importance of federal support for educational institutions and the need for collaboration in addressing national challenges. In the realm of healthcare, the GOP's proposed megabill has come under fire, with reports indicating that it could lead to 10.3 million people losing coverage under Medicaid. This alarming statistic raises serious questions about the future of healthcare access for millions of Americans. The potential fallout from these legislative changes could leave 7.6 million people uninsured, exacerbating the ongoing healthcare crisis in the country. As Democrats gear up to counter these proposals, the Ways and Means Committee ranking member Richie Neal has vowed to fight against the GOP's tax plans, which could have devastating effects on low-income families. Meanwhile, on the international front, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has made headlines by pledging to travel to Turkey, regardless of Russian President Vladimir Putin's plans. This bold move underscores the ongoing tensions in Eastern Europe and the West's efforts to pressure Russia into engaging in meaningful dialogue. Zelensky's determination to seek allies in the region highlights the fragile state of international relations and the need for strategic partnerships to address global challenges. In domestic politics, the political landscape continues to shift as staff turnover in Senator John Fetterman's office raises eyebrows. With 2 more aides recently departing, questions surrounding the senator's health and political direction have come to the forefront. As Fetterman navigates his role in a changing political environment, the implications of these staff changes could impact his effectiveness in representing Pennsylvania's interests. On the campaign trail, former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte is poised for a landslide victory in his bid for mayor of his home city, despite facing legal challenges at the International Criminal Court. His popularity remains strong, demonstrating the complexities of political allegiance and public sentiment in the Philippines. As Duterte prepares for a potential return to power, observers are keenly watching how his leadership style will evolve in this new chapter. In a surprising critique, Nikki Haley has publicly slammed President Trump over his acceptance of a $400 million luxury plane from Qatar. Haley's comments raise ethical concerns about foreign influence in American politics and the implications of accepting gifts from foreign nations. This controversy adds another layer of complexity to Trump's already tumultuous presidency as he navigates both domestic and international scrutiny. As state leaders across the country express alarm over the budgetary fallout from Trump's economic agenda, the ramifications of his policies are becoming increasingly evident. The Joint Committee on Taxation has found that the tax aspects of the Republicans' extensive bill could cost a staggering $3.7 trillion over the next decade. This financial burden raises questions about the sustainability of such policies and their potential impact on state budgets and services. In a historic moment for New York City politics, Andrew Cuomo's Super PAC has made headlines by raising over $8.7 million for his mayoral bid, marking a significant milestone in city elections. As Cuomo seeks to reclaim political power, the implications of his campaign strategies will be closely monitored by both supporters and detractors. As President Trump prepares for a meeting with Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara, the stakes are high for U.S. foreign policy in the region. This meeting marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict in Syria and could have lasting implications for U.S. relations with Middle Eastern nations. In economic news, JPMorgan Chase & Company has raised its forecast for U.S. economic growth following a temporary trade deal between the U.S. and China. This optimistic outlook comes amid a backdrop of fluctuating inflation rates, which were slightly lower than expected in April. As the consumer price index continues to fluctuate, the impact of Trump's tariffs on the economy remains a topic of debate among economists and policymakers. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the stakes are higher than ever. With significant decisions being made that affect millions of Americans, the actions of the Trump administration will undoubtedly shape the future of the nation. As we move forward, it is crucial for citizens to stay informed and engaged, as the outcomes of these policies will have lasting effects on our society and the world at large. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.